Hi, my Long Island pickleball friends. We have a very special episode here. I'm glad you can join us. This is going to be a lot of fun. My name is Frank Milillo from Long Island Pickleball Pros. I do lessons, I do clinics, I do leagues. And don't forget Mom on Mother's Day because I also provide Mother's Day gifts for all of you out there who want to give that special gift for Mother's Day. And I also have my co-host, Sue. Sue, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Sue Cormier. My home base is Topspin in Hauppauge, fairly new facility with 8 beautiful courts. I do the same thing that Frank does, just in a different neck of the woods, different part of Long Island. And I'm really excited for everybody to meet today's special guest.
So, Kayla, please introduce yourself because we're really excited. This could be pretty good. Go ahead.
Hey guys. Well, first off, thanks for having me. It's a real pleasure to be here. My name's Kayla. I am from Long Island, New York. Been playing pickleball for about 4 years now. And then, yeah, that playing scene kind of took me to a whole bunch of different avenues throughout pickleball. And I think that's been my favorite part about it is you never know who you're going to meet. You never know what opportunity is going to arise from it. And that's just one of my favorite things about pickleball. You just never know.
Okay, so you're from Kings Park, right? And you're also
Mhm.
involved in DUPR 18. You're also involved in Brooklyn minor league pickleball as well. Kind of take us through that whole process.
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, at the jump, I got my start in an adult ed class alongside my dad here in Kings Park at one of our local schools. Super cool. Actually, my fifth grade gym teachers were the ones teaching it, so that's who I learned pickleball from. So shout out to them. And then from there, my dad and I got so obsessed that we joined an LI kick league, and we were doing that weekly. And then from there, we just joined tournaments, local ones, and then the next thing you know, we're hopping on planes to go to tournaments. So it's been a whirlwind, and from that, it just kind of snowballed and continued with the athletic spirit I have from all the sports I've played growing up. Mostly basketball was my main one, played AAU, so that competitive spirit, having two older brothers who always keep me honest on the courts and on the fields. Pickleball was just this way to reignite that. And from there, I began drilling. I looked for a trainer and I found Andy Morales. He works over at Paddles Up now. He was my first ever pickleball trainer. And from there, he just put me into situations I probably shouldn't have been as a beginner with these 4 or 5 plus guys who showed me the different levels of what pickleball could be and really showed me where I could take it. So then from there, yeah, I just started joining tournaments. And then most recently, I started to play for Brooklyn Pickleball Team's minor league, tried out for their DUPR 20 team, did not make it, but didn't let that stop me, just kept showing up. And then eventually the opportunity came to be on the DUPR 18 team. To now, I also get to direct that team as the minor league director of player development. So it's been a whirlwind.
Cool. So when did let me see. So when did you realize this was something that you wanted to take you to the next level? What was it inside that said, you know what, I'm playing, but now I want to go in a higher level? What was it inside that made you think, wow, I could really take this to the next level?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think it was ever really a conscious thought for me. I never really sat down and was like telling people I'm going 5-0, I'm doing it, I'm going pro. That was never really the thought for me. It was more so that each time I went out there, I was just getting a little bit better or I was getting my butt whooped a little bit more by someone, and that encouraged me to continue to learn the new shot, to put in some time off of the games and to start drilling. Yeah, it was just kind of that natural athlete, that hunger to kind of continually just try to get better and better. And my goal has always just been try to get as good as I can and do as much as I can with this sport for not only myself and others, and just kind of see where it takes me.
Can you
So
talk a little bit about your Brooklyn team for us? We'd like to hear all about that.
Yeah.
That sounds really exciting to me. Yeah.
Sure thing. Yeah, this was a really cool opportunity that just came to be because I kind of just kept putting myself in the right places at the right time with the right attitude. I found the team on Instagram. They posted a link to sign up to be an ambassador for the brand last year, last spring, probably about a year ago. And I filled it out, not thinking anything was going to come of it. And then the next thing you know, I had an email in my inbox from the COO of the team asking if we could hop on a Zoom. So from there, it just kind of snowballed where I then found the tryouts and then I did what I could, tried out, and then just kind of kept following those little breadcrumbs with Brooklyn because I believed so much in what the COO Adam was building, and I believed so much in what pickleball can become, and this as an avenue to do that. So then with that, just kind of being in the right place at the right time sort of mentality, this opportunity fell in my lap at the beginning of the year to become the director of the minor league. And so with that, our goal is now just building out this minor league program where amateurs can come and compete in all different levels. We have a roster for Brooklyn from DUPR 12 all the way up to DUPR 20. And what that means is all of our tournaments are team tournaments. So we have 4 players per each team. So then for that DUPR 12 level, when we have the 4 players, you take that 12 divided by 4, and everyone would ideally be around a 3.0 DUPR rating. But yeah, it's just a good way for us to kind of keep it contained and just kind of have this system in place for it to grow. And hopefully now with this season, for the first time ever, we're having the minor leagues compete right along the major leagues at the same locations. So that'll be in June, and that's something we're really looking forward to just have it all kind of culminate and come together.
So where's that venue that you're talking about? Real fast. Sorry, so.
That's okay.
Yeah, so that tournament in June is going to be happening at Randall's Island Sport Time. And we will be there from June 25th to June 28th.
Cool. So go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, that's okay. I was just going to make a comment, statement / question. It sounds like you work really hard with your Brooklyn League to keep the levels the same for each team.
Yeah, definitely. And everything's always in flux because, of course, everyone's individual rating is always fluctuating.
Right.
So it's definitely the hardest task.
I was going to say that can't
sure.
be easy to manage. I
Yeah,
know. Yeah.
Lots of spreadsheets.
Yeah, I bet,
lots of headaches.
I love a good spreadsheet.
Right?
Yeah.
We're becoming very good friends, me and Google Sheets.
Yeah.
For the first 5 years, I ran all my leagues on spreadsheets. You have to see, I have like thousands of spreadsheets. So hard to believe. So,
you got to save those. Those will be in a documentary one day.
Exactly. So now getting involved in the DUPR 12, DUPR 18, DUPR 20, how do you manage that whole process? How do people become part of that team? What do they have to do to be part of the minor league team?
Yeah. So good question. So of course, this is all still really being developed as we go. So we're very much learning from our mistakes and switching it up as we go just to figure out what's going to be the best thing long term. But for now, we hold a tryout once a year where anyone can come pay to try out. And then from there, we choose 4 top players who will be our 4 scholarship players for each of those divisions. But then other than that, we have a membership model so that you can pay and then you'll be added to our roster. And with that payment, what it covers is 3 tournaments for the season, access to our head pro coach, Kyle McKenzie, and then access to any of our practices, team meetups, and then we're also starting to get sponsors for the team as well. So as time goes on, the opportunities are just growing, and the goal is to just make this minor league as much of a thing as the pros are.
So that means that anybody who's a 3-0 could be part of this team. Anybody who's a 3-5 could be part of the team, is what you're saying, right? You can be a 4-0 and be part of this team.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there are tryouts.
That's for everyone.
And there's tryouts.
There are tryouts just once a year, but it's not something that you have to go to. It's just a way for you to compete to get one of those top 4 spots.
So you have to try out.
No, you don't have to.
You don't have to try out to get one of those top 4 spots.
To get one of the 4 spots, correct.
You have to play in is what you're saying.
Yeah.
You have to play in to get to those top 4 spots.
Yeah, correct.
Interesting. Very interesting. I like this. I like this concept. You know, being part of Long Island, people don't believe Brooklyn's on Long Island, but it is, right?
It is. I just had that conversation today. Queens, Brooklyn, Long Island City.
It's all part of Long Island. They're like, no, I'm from Brooklyn. I go, it's Long Island.
Right. The people in Brooklyn say, yeah, I'm going out to Long Island today. I'm like, no, Already on one night.
Right.
Here.
I'm from Brooklyn, but I'm going, yeah, exactly. I live in
Yep.
Brooklyn, not on Long Island. Anyway, that's really funny. So I understand that you're not only are you doing things on the court, which is spectacular. And look, the whole idea is growing pickleball on Long Island. That's what this podcast is about. You're doing your job to getting that done because this is a great place to play pickleball, I think, on Long Island. Sue would agree with me because we always talk about pickleball on Long Island. But what else are you doing off the court that really drives you and makes you want to expand this game?
Yeah. So one other thing that I started is my company called Pickled Minds on my hat here. And this is super important to me because what we do is we host events and we create spaces where people can come and we mix and we harness the power of play and pickleball with also mental health. So trying to advocate for mental health, trying to bring resources to people. And why we did that is because of not only my personal journey with mental health, but also because so many people have a very similar origin story of why they started pickleball or what happened once they started pickleball. And it's maybe they were looking for something new, they were in a slump, so they decided, like someone suggested, try pickleball. So we're seeing really powerful benefits for playing pickleball, especially from that community aspect. So I went ahead and I started Pickle Minds, and yeah, it's been really rewarding so far.
And you know
That's,
about pickleball, it gets into people's heads, right?
yeah.
It's not just it's almost like a lifestyle now. It's like you have country club lifestyles. Pickleball is like a lifestyle. Because all
Yes.
you're doing is talking about pickleball. All you want to do is pickleball. I mean, my wife is babysitting in Hoboken. She goes, "What are you going to do today?" I go, "I'm going to play pickleball." Like I don't even have to tell her, but I do. I have to. I'm going to play pickleball. So it's a whole thing upon itself. And Sue and I have had this conversation about
Yeah.
the growth of pickleball on Long Island and what it does for people. And I think, as you know, people who have Parkinson's, this is really being treated as one of the things that gets those people who have Parkinson's disease engaged in the game because it uses your mind, it uses your
Yeah.
body, and so it's really been helpful for the
I've had
people.
Yeah.
several. I've had several students with Parkinson's,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
they really say because it gives them a certain focus physically. Yeah, that really benefits them a lot. It's
That's
good
awesome.
that you say that. I could tell you story after story that speaks to exactly what Pickled Minds is about. Women that get divorced and are looking to meet other people, people that never went back to work after COVID, looking to meet people, people that just want to, for me, I know I just get out on that court and it's my happy place. That, those four squares, I just see, I hear the ping of the ball off the paddle and I get a smile on my face. Because it's just, then you just have to think about pickleball and being with your friends, being with, people that are like you that want to get the same thing from it. But yeah, story after story of how pickleball has changed my life and other people out there and what it's doing for their mental health is amazing. So
One of the
one of the reasons why I became an instructor, because I want to do for other people what this silly, cool little game has done for me. Yeah.
So
That's
funny
it.
enough, one of my first leagues, a few of the people that joined came from a bereavement group, a pickleball bereavement group,
Oh.
and they said, it's really powerful for them,
Mm.
because they could all share stories, they could all share the trials they're going through, that the heartaches of all those things, but they could do it through pickleball as well. So it's a really great thing. So what inspired you to start Pickle Minds?
Yeah, so I think the main thing was my own personal story. Right before finding pickleball, discovering it, I was in a pretty severe slump myself. And this was just that one thing. I think those classes with my dad were probably the only time I was leaving my house at the time.
Mm.
And then from there, it just reignited this spark, this joy. And so, kind of similar to what Sue had said, I just needed to share this with other people as well. I knew
Right.
that the barrier to entry in pickleball is pretty low. I knew anyone who picks up a paddle for the most part will be able to dink a ball over the net and find success with it. So I just had to figure out a way. It just kind of came to me, and I'm just running with it and seeing where it takes us.
Yeah, I think this is such a strong part of your story, which is it's a really great story. You've had a great journey. I taught adult ed in Northport and Huntington, and I love now going to my facility and seeing people that I introduced 2 years ago. They're still on the court, out there playing together and laughing together, and their skills are getting better and better. Like it makes me inside, like truly, truly happy seeing people that I put together that are still making lifelong friends and out there still playing together. But I would like to ask
Awesome.
you
Yeah.
about where do you see pickleball going now from here? I want to add to that question all at once, and I want to see where you think pickleball is going, and I'd like to see what you want to see changed and what you don't want to see changed.
Okay. Good question. I like it. A three-parter.
Yeah, right. Otherwise, I'll
Um,
forget. I'll forget what I want to ask. So.
That's fair.
Well, just
I like
fire
it.
away, Kayla. I hope you're ready.
Keep it coming.
Ready, aim, fire.
Today's show isn't going to be calling me to do interviews anytime soon.
Right.
Not true. Cool. So I guess overall for pickleball, where I see it going is I honestly just see no limits to where it can go.
Me too.
Just in terms, like I said, it's so easy for anyone to pick up that paddle and to just learn to get it over the net. And with that, that builds interest. And with interest builds everything else we need to fall into line to make pickleball right up there with all those classic sports you think of between basketball, soccer, baseball. So yeah, I see pickleball getting right up there with all of them. I'm also kind of just hopeful because then that would just be great for all of us too,
Yeah, it
right?
would. Yeah, sure. Yep.
But the numbers are supporting it, the views are supporting it, and we're just kind of on that steep incline,
Yeah.
which is really just great for the sport and the communities within it. And then the three-parter, you said, things I want to change.
And things that you don't want to change.
Okay. Things I'd like to change. I'll tie this back to Pickled Minds. I want to change the access to mental health for all athletes, but I guess especially in terms of pros who are competing at the highest level. I want to make it more of a standard that that sort of care needs to be available for all of the players. Almost not even available, but there, right alongside your PTs and your physios and anything for your physical
Right.
body.
Yeah.
They're there with the mental as well.
Like a
It's just so
safe place to
taxing.
go to, right? Like a safe place. Like they go into a physio room, you can go into a mental health room and have
Yeah.
a mental health coach, but have it available for everybody because not everybody can afford a mental health coach. And a lot of the best players in the world have mental health coaches.
Yeah.
So, but have it more accessible at that level, which I think is a great idea.
Me too.
Yeah.
What a great idea. Well, one quick question on that. Have you seen where that has had an impact on certain people where they're competing and they're just not themselves?
Yeah, 100%. And I don't know if we've seen it so much in pickleball just yet because pickleball is the sport players are turning to now have a little bit of less pressure, and it's actually helping people with their mental health even at the highest level. So we'll have tennis players now playing pickleball who have come out and talked about how difficult it was on the tennis pro tour now versus pickleball. But 100%, this is such a mental game that people don't really realize, where every decision we're making on the court is a thought, requires our brain. And then the losing and the winning and the constant validity of that score change. And in a tournament, you could crush someone and pickle someone, and then the next moment you're getting pickled. So it's all just like a mental challenge. We have to remain present. We have to remain positive and up. And sometimes that will just require outside help, a professional, and there's no shame in that if you need someone to come in and help you out with that.
There is no shame in it. I agree.
None.
Me too.
Today I was getting whacked 4 straight games. I'm like, I gotta change this, man. It's freaking me out. I didn't like it at all. Luckily, I had 1-2 more games, so that was good. But I'm like, I'm getting smoked here.
It was your partner's fault, Frank.
It's always
It's
like,
the paddle.
listen, it's the
Change
ball's
the paddle.
fault, it's the net
Should have switched
fault,
paddles.
it's the paddle fault.
It's too windy
everything.
inside.
Right. Exactly.
But one thing I just have to ask you, can you show what we forgot to mention? And when I looked up your DUPR level, it said that you played for a country. Now I see that you have Jamaica behind you. I see what you have behind you there. So I think that's really cool. But explain to us how you got to Jamaica.
Sure. Yeah. I know sometimes people look at that DUPR and they think I'm somehow like cheating the system because it says this different country. But no, I'm actually half Jamaican. And pretty cool story. My dad competed for Team Jamaica for racquetball
Oh,
back
that's
in the
cool.
day.
Wow.
So ever since I knew this, he still has his sweatsuit and his trophies. And I saw this and I
Oh,
always
nice.
thought to myself, I'm gonna
Awesome.
do that. I'm gonna do that. So mid-20s, I'm still telling my family, I think Team Jamaica could still happen for me. And at this point, I wasn't even playing basketball competitively anymore. And they're like, okay, okay, all right, you got
Hey,
that.
their bobsled team made it, so why not?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. There's a will, there's a way for
Yeah.
sure. And then I guess I had a will, I made a way, and I found pickleball, progressed and drilled, and then came across the fact that there's actually some courts in Jamaica, and then there's actually a Caribbean League, and then there was a Caribbean Championship at the Cayman Islands last year where Jamaica had a team. And so I heard that there was the World Cup happening last year in October in Florida. And in order to compete for Jamaica, I had to become a citizen, I had to get a passport, and I had to make it legit. And so I did.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's been so cool. So cool so far. One of my favorite things about pickleball is
So
that I
it's
now,
making you crazy.
yeah, yeah, for real.
Wow, that's really cool. Really cool. So what are some of the things that Sue had mentioned? What was the other question you had, Sue?
What are things that you don't want to see change? What do you think? What are the staples that must stay pickleball to keep it the great game that we love?
Ooh, okay, that's a good one too. So I have a good friend who I made through pickleball. Her name is Pickleball Nikki on Instagram, and
Oh,
she
I
just
met her
started.
too.
Did
I
you?
met her on Threads.
Yeah,
I
she's
met her
great.
on Threads, Pickleball Nikki. I saw her on your thing. That's wild.
Yeah, she's good people.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she started this pledge called the Pickleball Joy Pledge. And with that, she's asking people to sign this pledge, to agree that they are going to do everything they can within their power, their control, to keep the joy in pickleball. So that could look like being a supportive partner. That could look like lifting everyone up. If someone's making a mistake, don't get down on them, that sort of a thing. And I think that is something I hope never changes about pickleball,
Me
that we
too.
could just show up to public courts, meet random people, hop on a court with strangers, and just have a great time.
Cool. Yeah, Pickleball Nikki. That's interesting. That's fun.
Yeah.
Um, so in terms of the sport itself and the growth, when you played the major league level, what did you have to do to get to such an elite level to play there? Because it's not you just don't wake up and say I'm going to become an elite player. What did you have to do? How did you get to that level?
Yeah. No, that's a good question. Um, I think honestly it's just a culmination of everything you do on a daily basis. So, um, even like along the journey, there was moments where I didn't think pro was the goal. I still wouldn't even necessarily call myself a pro, to be honest, to most people. But it's just a culmination of every decision, like I said. So it's going to bed a little bit earlier. It's eating something a little bit healthier. It's drinking a little more water instead of coffee that day. It's
Oh,
just these tiny little things. Going to the court, even if I don't feel like it, getting a couple shots up, that's good. Don't be too hard on yourself. Be like, oh, that wasn't a good enough workout. That wasn't a good enough. I didn't eat well enough today. Just counting everything and knowing that it's such a long journey, that each little bit is adding up towards that final goal.
But what about training? How's your training? What do you do? Because a lot of people think, oh, I don't need to drill. I mean, I'm playing every day. What do I need to drill for? Go into a little bit of that about the training part.
Yeah, definitely. I've learned from a lot of people who are better than me too, that that ratio between playing games, between drilling, if you're really looking to make improvements, it should be like 20% rec games, 80% drilling. That's
oh,
sort of the
I
10
was
to
hoping
90. Yeah.
I was hoping you would say, "Nah, you don't need to drill.
No
Don't
drilling.
just get out there and play.
Oh
No
my
And
God.
drilling."
and that can be
Yeah.
the goal, right? That can be the
I
process.
totally agree. Drilling
Yeah.
is so important. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the most useful tools I've found, one of my least favorite ones though, is filming yourself play and watching it back. You're gonna learn
Um,
so much about yourself and your gameplay and your styles and your habits by watching it, because we are
I
not
agree.
aware of it when we're doing it in the moment.
One of the scariest moments of my life, and I'll never forget, is when when I videotape me playing tennis. Now I think of Djokovic like a cat. I'm moving like a cat. When I looked, I go, oh my gosh, you're so slow on the court. I was like, wow, I look old on the court. We're talking 10 years ago. So yes, I think that makes a
I
big
do
difference,
too.
filming and doing those things which are really, really important for your play.
Yeah.
So but so what is your drilling regimen like? What do you do?
I don't know if I have a regimen. I'm a very loose kind of person in all aspects of my life. So I'm very easy on myself sometimes where I'm like, okay, well, that was a good day. We put in some work that day. But I am trying to drill at least an hour every morning with a friend at this moment. And with that, just trying to make it intentional, no matter when, like whenever I step on the court, it's going to be intentional. So I try to just get some drilling in for an hour and go through some shot patterns, dinking, drops, transition zone, resets. Just trying to really get good at those foundational shots. That's the
Cool.
focus right now.
So we're going to be asking you real fast questions, okay?
Okay.
So my question to you is your go-to shot under pressure.
A drop.
Okay. Who's your toughest opponent?
Myself.
Uh,
Stu, you got one? Go ahead.
I
Fire away.
do. One tip you would give a beginner, what must they do? If they only do one thing, one skill, what would it be?
Don't give up.
Same with an advanced beginner and intermediate?
Yeah.
Same.
Don't
Don't get
stop trying.
discouraged. Good, good, good.
Yeah, it's
What's
new.
your favorite paddle to play with?
Right now I'm using the Anna Bright 16 millimeter Scorpius Pro 5 Yola. Mouthful.
Yeah, no, that's a long name for a
I
paddle.
think
I
that's
just
it.
started using the Hyperion. It
Nice.
takes some getting used to. It's got
Oh
a
yeah.
lot of pop, a lot of power, but
Oh
I'm
yeah.
getting used to it and I'm loving it. Do you prefer singles play or doubles? And which do you think
Doubles.
you're better at? You think you're better at
Doubles.
doubles? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I find it hard to even watch singles. It goes like three, four volleys and I just get tired. I always think I'm like a mother. I'm like, oh my God, stop running, stop doing, stop chasing. You're gonna get hurt. You're gonna hurt. Your mother must be a nervous wreck watching. But
It
yeah.
builds.
So now we're going to be talking about advice that you would give people who are just starting out and playing pickleball. What
Mhm.
would be the advice you'd give someone who wants to get to the next level? What do you think is a big key to getting up to the next level?
Trust the process. It's not gonna happen overnight. And it's gonna take work. It's gonna take discipline. So just trust the process.
But the process has to be what though? Define what the process is. Drilling.
It's gonna be different for everyone, depending on what background you came into, what sports you played prior, how much time you have to give to this. So
Right,
it's
like
gonna look different for everyone.
yeah, like when you have a tennis player, before you can teach them pickleball, you got to break the tennis out of them,
Oh,
Yeah.
before Frank.
Remold it.
Yeah,
it took me a little while to get the
but you're right.
tennis out of
Trust
me,
the
but I got it.
process.
Mm.
I got it. So another question for her.
Um, okay, so tell us the funniest thing that you have heard someone yell, say, comment on the pickleball court or about pickleball.
Ooh.
Maybe a misconception, or I'll give you an example. I had a gentleman looking at paddles at our facility, and he hit like a deer in headlight. I mean, can I help you like pick a paddle? And really, he's like, and he was looking at the Scorpius, and I said, as a matter of fact, I said, I'm just curious what's drawing you to this paddle. He's like, well, I like a shorter face and a shorter handle because I keep hitting myself in the leg.
Ah,
Like, I don't think a $250 paddle or whatever is going to help you stop hitting yourself in the leg. Just
wait,
stop hitting yourself in the leg.
quick question. One-handed or two-handed backhand? What do you do?
Uh, Depends on the situation. One hand I use defensively, two hand I use to roll offensively.
Okay. Because people say to me, Frank, teach me a two-handed backhand. I go, wow, you're talking to the wrong guy. I can't teach anybody a two-handed backhand. That's tough.
I'm sure
I
you
love my
can. I'm sure you
two-handed
can.
backhand. I'm a good two-handed backhand.
Are you
Yeah.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
like
can't do that.
I like the little the control and the power that it gives me, especially from the back.
Nice, nice. Yeah, it's cool to have both too, just to have
So,
those options and everything.
here's another thing. What's the thing that you hate the most, or what's your rant on the pickleball court? Because we finish up with a rant on the pickleball course that you saw in the last, let's say, week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, that you go, "Are you kidding me? You can't do that." Go ahead.
So you're never actually gonna see me ever rant or like let it out, but something that could potentially get me there, um, is just like mixed doubles in general. I think just those like struggles between the two sexes on one court that oftentimes would be the thing to really get me to my boiling point. Just about like assumptions and like, oh, I gotta protect the girl, I gotta protect her, that sort of thing. Especially if you roll up to a park and no one knows who you are or anything, and then you're having to just deal with this and
Wow, so you must deal with that often if you go to a new park and they'll say, "Okay, it's a chick. Let's go easy on it," and then you kick their ass. That's got to be real fun, right?
oh yeah, yeah. But it's a reality for almost every female playing this sport that
It
we have
is
to deal with.
it is so much fun for me to go up to a public court, get on the court, and then like you see like a couple of guys like rolling their
Yeah.
eyes, and then boom, they can't return my serve. I'm like,
Yup.
yes. And they're like, and I'm like, yeah, girls can play too. Yeah.
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 Sue, what's your rant that you've seen recently?
I have an issue with I'm left-handed. So between Catholic school and pickleball, being left-handed has not done well for me in my life. I had a woman and I most of the time, not all the time, most of the time, I will say, "Hey, I'm Sue. I'm left-handed. How do you want?" She literally stomped her foot and gave me an eye roll huff
Wow.
because I'm left-handed.
Sheesh.
And I'm like, should I cut it off? What do you want me to do? Like we can either work together with this and take advantage of having two forehands in the middle, or you can move on. She was like, "Oh my God, two forehands in the middle, really?" I'm like, see, people you don't even realize. I don't even realize. So that's my little rants.
So here's
Yeah.
something that happened to me this week, and that was woman hit the ball and hit the basketball court. And the ball was clearly going out. They thought they could do it over the basketball net. And I said, it was going out, so we can't do that over. That's just, it was wrong. Okay. Then she wasn't calling out the score. And it was so noisy. And I said, okay, you have to call the score out. She literally walked off the court. She said, okay, bring another player in because I don't want to play like this. I'm like, wait, you can't leave. You can't leave the court. You can't do that. You can't leave the court. You have to stay. Hit every ball into the net, but you cannot walk off the court. That's just terrible sportsmanship. That
Oh
kind
my
of like,
goodness.
that's the worst. It really is. You can't do that. We're going to be running out of time in about a minute and a half. So thank you, Kayla. This was great. This was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed getting to know you a little bit more, getting to know what you do, and also the part that's off the court that I think is extremely important. That's really good that you're doing Pickled Minds. I think that's tremendous because it's not only about competition, but it's also trying to stay mentally fit. Sue, any closing remarks from you?
I just want to say what a pleasure it's been. I've learned a lot about what Kayla does, and I really, really hope to see you at Paddles Up sometime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
maybe I'll even take you on. Let's
Let's do
see how
it.
you or
You
with
might
let's
have me in singles.
let's see
Ah,
how you play with the lefty. Let's see what you can
I
do with
love
two forehands in the middle.
it.
thank you all. Remember, follow this on YouTube at Frank Milillo 5421. Guys, it was a pleasure. Thank you very much for
Thank
working
you.
with
This
us
was
here. We
great.
really appreciate it. We loved it. Sue, you did the best. Great.
Yeah,
Thank you
Thank you
all.
thanks.
guys.
See
Thanks for
you.
having me.
Bye. Have a great day.
Have a great Happy Mother's Day to all.
Thank you. Thanks, Frank.